What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Creative Culture. This is your boy Nehemiah.
And Ashley.
How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing good.
I always ask you that. You notice that? Every
You
time
do.
I introduce, I always ask you how you doing.
Yeah.
Because I want to know how you doing.
I'm doing good.
That's good.
What about you?
I'm doing all right. Doing good. I have some pretty big things happening tomorrow, so I'm excited. We'll see where that goes. And yeah, I'm doing good, though. I'm excited to record again. I really liked our last one. It was just, we were just talking about really pregnancy and I forgot what else, but I know pregnancy was like a big thing in the beginning. So
yeah,
I'm just going to say that. But we've you've been into this thing. I just got into it because I challenged myself this year. I want to expand my thought process. I want to expand my mind. I want to expand my wisdom, my knowledge. I'm not saying I have wisdom, but I feel like a little bit of wisdom just through life, but I want to experience a little bit of more wisdom. I want to get to learn more. And this year I really want to get heavy the creative side of my side, the podcasting and content and all that. Just I want to really hit it. Mm-hmm. So I found a book that is literally this dude is real quick, y'all. Before we continue on with the episode, make sure you like, subscribe, and you comment down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here at Creative Culture. Let's get back to the episode. So the Creative Act,
what is it about?
A way of being. That's what it's about, way of being. So basically, Rick Rubin, he is an incredible producer, music producer. This guy's a super creative, and he's really honed in on I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Mm-hmm. For him not to know what he's doing, to be worth basically almost $1 billion. I want to be like that too. I don't want to know what I'm doing either. But he's produced for, incredible artists, music artists such as Jay-Z, Kanye. Those are the only two that I know. Because every time I've seen this guy, I've always seen him with Jay-Z. But anyways, he decided to write a book, and this book has blown my mind already. I don't know what chapter I'm in already. He did chapters in 4 or 5 pages, which is very good for a person who's trying to get into reading. To read only 4 or 5 pages is perfect for me. But I have been wanting to read it all day, but I need to pace myself. Mm-hmm. And especially because I'm going on a trip in a week and a half.
Dang, it's that close already.
I'm leaving to Nashville. So it's I don't want to read it all because Nashville's a pretty decent. It's not too far from Pennsylvania. If I was looking it's a couple states away. So I'm literally traveling pretty far. Mm-hmm. And I'm well, instead of me being on any device or watching a movie, I want to read this book because
on the plane?
Yeah, I want to read it on the plane. Especially because I told you, I really want to expand my mentality this year, and I really want to expand it. And he's an incredible creative. He basically was just saying in the first few chapters, your everyday life is creative. Yeah. He's even moving furniture around. It's a part of creativity and all that. And he just used we use creativity in our everyday life. And for a person, right, when we were doing Creative Culture with the boys, we would have creatives, quote unquote, right? We would have artists. We would have other content creators. We had some pretty cool people. And for me, we have worship leaders. And for me, it's we don't really necessarily do that anymore. Mm-hmm. Now we do, because, I've been able to sit down with Andrew from Red Worship. I've been able to sit down with Trinity from Red Worship. I've been able to sit down with JJ, which is a youth pastor, youth director. I've been able to sit down with Jonathan, who is, he started his church started a movement in Central Valley. They're just getting bigger and bigger. Every time I see them post from the worship nights, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's still doing it in there. I don't think it's too small. There's people literally the whole stage is packed, and then everything around is packed, which he's starting something. That's a creative, and now that, you and I are having these conversations, I've even, just being honest here, I've even thought of changing the name, because I'm Ashley, this doesn't resonate with us. But then you had, I don't know, remember you told me this, I think I was sitting on the couch over here, you said to me, well, the is it the slogan? I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess the slogan that you say.
Yeah, the creatives like you and I can change the culture we live in today. It kind of broadened the creative word, and then now starting to read this, I'm like, yeah, we got to keep the name because just being who we are, we're creative. We come from a creative
people.
He says it. We come from a creator to be creative. So that's enough of my book. Go ahead and talk about yours, because yours, I mean, you're going bonkers over here. She's over here ready to cry. She's like, oh my God, I want to read this book because I heard it's good cry. I'm like, it's a good cry. I told her, just get me mad and I'll make you cry for free. We ain't got to buy no book. I'll argue with you. I'll step on your foot. Like, don't worry, I'll make you cry. But I know what you mean, but I said it jokingly, but go ahead.
Well, my books are totally different from what you're reading. I know, like you said earlier, like you want to start reading books that challenge you and, to like make your mind thinking and like all that stuff, and like just really to challenge you, to make yourself better.
There's a book called, and I'll let you finish. I'm sorry. Manny Arango. He's one of my favorite pastors, preachers right now at this moment. Like, this dude breaks down the word so good. He has a book called Brainwashed, and I want to get that next. Yeah.
And so with me, I like more of like the, love.
Sorry.
What? Oh, like the lovey and like thriller like type of books, and just like I don't know the correct terminology of the words of like book.
You like the thriller love.
I for sure know I love thriller, but there's like the other one. I think it's not fantasy. No, that's I think that's Fourth Wing. I don't know, but so far I've been loving books. Recently, I actually started last year.
Towards the end of the year.
No, it was actually the beginning of the year.
You started, but then you stopped. I started,
and then I stopped. Yeah, just because of our, I don't know. I think just life.
We were going through a lot.
Yeah, and so now this past month, my friend Carla from church lent me her 2 books that I've been wanting to read. It's the Housemaid and the Housemaid Secrets, and that's like, honestly, that's my first thriller books.
Yeah,
and I've just been like going crazy.
Do you think you're gonna start getting into thriller movies now that you're watching these things, listening to these things? No. It's different because like for books, you can picture how they look like. Okay. And like it's not like. Yeah, I got you. And it's not even like thriller, like you would say like in movies how that there's like always like this creepy like looking, I don't know, ugly monster or something, but like in the books it's just regular people, but just the things that happen is kind of like so yeah, I don't know, maybe you will get into it though, you never know. What's the one book that's turned into a movie that's coming out this year that you want to watch? It Ends With Us. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm not watching that with you. I don't care. I'll go by myself. No, didn't you say you're gonna go? No, I'm gonna ask Carla. So if she's watching this, be prepared for me to ask you in June. Yeah, it's when does it come out? June what? It comes out June 21st, I think. 3 days before our anniversary, and almost a week after your birthday. Yeah. So that's cool, man. I'm really liking this like thing, man. I don't know what it is, and I've been liking it too because I feel like I know I have a habit of like always just checking my phone. Yeah. And that's something that like I want to break this year. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just like a habit. Yeah. Like I don't even like think like, let me check. Like it's just a habit. And I'm trying to break that. So I'm like reading books is like, it makes me like, I could read for like 4 or 5 hours straight. I'm not there yet. But shouts out to Aaron. He just did a reel he did a reel about, he said he made his phone a dumb phone. Like he deleted every app, and I thought that was a really cool idea. Like when I started listening to it, he's like literally like a few minutes after he started the challenge, he's looking for his phone, and he said like by the next morning he's like, dude, I forgot I left my phone at home. That's how much I didn't even, because our minds and everything that we do it revolves around this darn thing. Like I know. I have notes on here. I have I'm a person that said take notes and all that, like, especially for the podcast. obviously these last couple ones haven't really been, polished. Like, and I don't think I'm gonna polish them anymore. I think I'm just gonna start having normal conversations, because usually when our setting, the way that our vibe is, it's like if you're just chilling with us. So it's like, if we polish it too much, then it becomes more of an interview type deal. And one thing you told me is I kind of got to get away from that, because I know I do that. But
well, at least with me, like when it's just like this. But if we have a guest, like you do want to be a little bit more structured and like
I probably still won't. I don't even stick to the questions anyways.
I know.
Where was I going with this?
No, but I was saying like how like you want to.
Aaron was saying that he had gotten off of that, and it made him feel better. And like for me, since our livelihood kind of revolves around social media because of the podcast. I'm creating content. We create content for the worship team for Red Worship at our church. So our life almost revolves around what's the next thing that's happening. Yeah. So that way we can maybe try to incorporate what's the next colors, what's the font that's in
what's the next trend, or
whatever.
And then I was gonna also say like it's hard for me to like create a balance, because like if you guys know, like I do photography too, so like my business runs through social media, like, and I need to check it, because you just never know.
You never know, yeah.
But like
you'll miss DMs and stuff because you put your phone here and you're way over there, and then next you know you might be missing a potential booking or.
Well, DMs also just get lost. So if I was just encouraged to email, but it's hard to find that balance because of what we do, like you said. So I'm trying. So I kind of said to myself a few days ago, like I want to have like a work schedule for me, kind of like a per se like a 9 to 5. I want to work from 9 to 5, and then because like it's hard, because as a photographer, especially if not even just photography, you have your own business, you're literally working 24/7.
Yes,
you work to like midnight.
I saw a reel about that. They said everybody wants to leave their 9 to 5, not knowing that when you start a business, it's no longer 9 to 5. No, it's 24/7.
Yes. So I'm trying to break that too, and kind of make a routine with that.
Yes.
And just like focus on work from 9 to 5, and after 5, or if I still want to work, after I put her to sleep, catch up, for tomorrow. But like not really like I get to read, I get to clean, to chill with you guys, watch a movie or YouTube and stuff. So it's like it's hard to find that balance, because it's like I'm just like always
hard.
on it.
No, it's hard. I agree. It's very, very hard. Like it's very difficult. Yeah. I'm a consumer of podcasting, so I'm looking at podcast reels. I'm looking at podcasts on TikTok. I'm looking at just kind of what their vibe is and stuff, because I feel like one thing we've been really good at is creating our own like lane and kind of just sticking to it. So it's not, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. I'm in this weird place with social media and just my phone in general. Yeah. I'm in this weird place with it. I've been in this weird place with this since the beginning of the year. So yeah, but today I want to talk about our story, how we met. I'm probably gonna share some stuff I don't even think I've told you about you. Like I'm about to expose myself.
About me?
No, about me.
Oh,
my way of thinking. So I want to talk about that because we've briefly shared it. So for the next 15-20 minutes, let's just share our story.
Yeah.
So let you start it, because you recognized me first. I didn't. Yeah.
Well, gee.
That sounds very arrogant. My bad. I don't want to sound like that, but what I mean.
No, it wasn't arrogant. I'm trying to remember.
All I know is this water is hitting.
Sip that.
Mm-hmm. If any water company out there wants to sponsor Creative Culture, please hit the email right there and the link in the description, please. We will be gladly, because
what's your favorite water?
No, bro. I'm not finna tell you.
Why? What if they listen to this?
All right, my favorite water is Core. I love Core water.
You do love Core.
Core water
and Smart water.
And Smart water are my favorite waters.
Yeah, I would say mine too.
Those are my favorites. So Core, Smart water. I'll make this surreal. Core and Smart water. If y'all looking to sponsor a small, up and coming podcast, Hit the emails, hit the DMs, everything.
Everyone tag Core and Smart Water, please. Thank you.
But go ahead, sweetheart.
So, gee, this was so long ago. I don't even remember exactly what year it was.
No, we don't got to talk about year because I don't even remember the year.
Long ago. So over 10 years ago. Let's just say that.
Dang.
That sounds so long.
All right, go ahead. Sound old.
Huh?
Sound old.
Sound old?
Sound old.
Oh, I know.
Over 10 years ago, I remember when I could taste food in my mouth, and now I'm just sitting here growing old.
So yeah, like over 10 years ago, I was in a relationship for, it was like a 3.5.
No, you was almost 4.
Yeah,
you was about to hit 4.
Almost 4-year relationship. You were in a relationship for like a year.
I was in a couple.
Dang.
I'll share my side. Come on.
So you want me to share my side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I was in a relationship for about almost 4 years. At that point, when I first saw him, actually, not even at the point. When I first saw him, it was at a youth rally, a back to school type of thing.
You sure did.
And I noticed him. He was at that time with another girl that actually we're friends with. And
I was gonna say her name. It's because we're friends with them, like, but I'm not gonna say her name.
No. And so I don't know why. I mean, obviously I thought you were cute, but like there was a lot of like cute youth guys, you know, but like you just stood out to me. And for some reason, I don't know why, but God like placed in my heart like that you're gonna like be something to me. Like,
you didn't know what though.
I didn't know what.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
When we first started talking.
Yes, and I was just like, but what? Like he's with somebody. And that I had like known before, like for years before, because obviously growing up in church and like the different, you know, churches, gatherings and stuff like that. So I knew her.
But you were in a serious relationship at the same time.
I was. And so fast forward like a year or something later.
About a year and a half.
Yeah. I saw him again. And at that time, I was about to get proposed to. You know, it was already in the talks and works, and the ring was already,
well, it was gifted.
I don't want to say purchased, but it was gifted to my boyfriend at that time, from someone that he, you know, kind of like looked up to as a parent. And so, and at that point I already saw the ring too. It was just a matter of like,
that thing was ugly. Sorry.
It was. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Let me stop interrupting you.
And
mute myself.
And so that sounds so bad. I do agree though. It was not what I wanted. And so anyways, I saw him, and your church needed help with the bass player because something had happened with that bass player, and I had to go and fill in. And that's when I saw you again. I was like, oh my God, that's that guy from when I saw like a year and a half ago. And yeah, that's when we just started kind of getting
now
closer.
Let me tell my story.
Yeah.
Because we'll stop there. So for me, I do remember you that day. I think you said hi to me because your boyfriend at the time, he had said hi to me or whatever. But I didn't ever like, I glanced at you, but I was in
Wait, at the youth rally?
Yeah. Y'all both came because because Jackie, the girlfriend I was dating at the time, shout out to Jackie, they about to have a kid. Her and her husband, Jesus. But so when she had came up to you, I think, and said hi, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's how we said hi to each other.
Actually, no. I had asked my cousin Andy.
Oh yeah, you didn't share that.
Because her and Janelle, my sister, were like running around with Jackie. And just, you know, goofy little girls were goofing off.
They weren't running around. I
don't remember, but they were doing. I think Jackie and them were playing like hide and seek or something. And
that sounds like, never mind.
What?
It sounds so kiddish.
Well, they were kids.
Hey, low key, I'll play hide and seek right now too, though. With my boys.
They were literally kids.
That's why they call it manhunt now.
And so I was
kids
like, "Hey,
at
Andy,
17 years old." Yeah, we were kids. Go ahead.
No, but even then, like they were literally kids. Like I think they were like 12 or I don't know.
All your sisters.
Yeah, and Andy.
Yeah.
So anyways, so I was like, 'cause I saw her running around, and I was like, "Hey, Andy," and she was like, "What?" I was like, who's that guy's name?" She was like, "Which one?" I was like, "The one that's with Jackie." And then she was like, "Oh, that's Nemo." I was like, "Nemo? What kind of name is that?" And so that's how I knew of your name. But yeah.
But you knew my
So you had saw me then.
So I saw you then, but I didn't. Whatever.
Yeah.
So obviously, fast forward, I'm out of that relationship with Jackie. Now I'm with another chick who will remain nameless in this one. Make sure I do. But I was with her, and I was already with her for
a few months. Actually, almost a year.
I was like with her
like 10 months, 11 months,
something like that. And anyways, so yeah, I was with her for a minute already, and you had came. I think it was on a Thursday. Yeah, it came on a Thursday
rehearsal.
And I was already. Was I already? No. You were there before me. And I remember when I walked in and I saw you on the bass, and obviously I saw your physical attraction. I didn't know who you were, nothing. I ain't lie to you. You was thick. I'm just being real. This is the things that you don't know that I'm gonna tell you for real.
I know.
But you had some skinny jeans on.
Rip, R.I.P. to the skinny jeans.
You know, and listen, I saw a piece of meat. That's just being honest. As a man, I wasn't, especially at that time, I wasn't thinking clearly. I was a little horny bastard. I'm just being 100% honest. And I saw you, and I'm in church. This is so bad in church. I sound like every typical PK. Gosh, but yeah, I saw a physical attraction. I thought you were freaking beautiful, and then you was thick. So whatever. But I remember getting on drums, and I was just being a jerk to you.
You were.
But that was like that jerk flirting type deal. And it was we did that for about like maybe 3 months. And then this is when Snapchat's a big deal now again. But
yeah.
Anyways, you were Snapchat, and I was looking. It was a Friday night, and I was looking. I was bored. I was at the house or whatever. And your story came up, and I was dying of laughter in your story. I don't know. It was
something done with my sisters.
Yeah, your sisters being stupid. And the only reason why I had your number was because you was in the group chat for the worship team. So clearly I had everyone's number saved except for you, so I knew it was you. Yeah. So I remember texting you. I don't know exactly what I texted you, but I do know.
I think you're like, oh, your Snapchat.
Also, yeah, your Snapchat is stupid.
Yeah,
or whatever. And then you text me, and we were just texting. I don't even know what the heck we were texting. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, but at that time, I don't think we were like flirting. No. It was just like a normal, like friendly, like just conversation about my video.
Yeah. And I don't know how we ended up on the phone that night.
I think because we were just, I don't remember what we were talking about. But then we were like, let's just talk on the phone. It's just easier. Because it was getting late already too. Yeah. And it was just easier to talk on the phone than texting.
So we started talking on the phone. And 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, 4,
5, 6.
Well, technically it was 2 hours. We both hung up for a second because you were dating someone. I was dating someone. We both pretended like we were tired and exhausted. And
so we didn't want to talk on the phone with them.
Exactly. And then that's when you and I got back on the phone, and then we ended up talking. We got on the phone at like 10? Yeah. And we didn't get out the phone until 7 in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. And that's when, like, at this time, remember, I'm only having a technically physical attraction to you until we get on that phone and start talking. And I started to have then an emotional attraction to you because of our conversation. You being obviously a musician, me being a musician. And we kind of had the same interest in like dumb, funny stuff at that time. And we ended up talking till 7 in the morning.
Yeah. And the next day was my sister's quinceañera. So I had to be up like at 8 or 9 or something to start getting ready for the a whole day. So I was exhausted, but at the same time, like I didn't feel exhausted. Like I just went about my day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I remember that. I remember all that. And then I remember we were talking for about a month or so, and then that's when I got this tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
My first ever tattoo. My girlfriend at the time didn't even know that I got it. I remember I had texted you and said, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go get a tattoo today." Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, we're texting each other every single day. Even the only time we didn't talk to each other was when we were obviously with girlfriend and boyfriend. And I remember, I think about 4 months went by. We were just, chopping it up, texting.
No,
how long?
it was like 2 months.
Oh, it's a 2 month thing. I'm moving. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm moving, and then I end up not moving. I end up moving to Sanger.
Yeah, in my hometown.
Yeah, with Mel and Steph. Mind you, we're still dating. We're still dating the other ones.
People. Yeah.
And I remember it. I think you and I had really like.
It got to the point where like I remember you were like, okay, we need to let go of our relationships and just move forward with each other. And you did end up breaking up with her.
Yeah.
And I did not.
No, you went a little over a month. So I ended up getting back with the...
You ended up getting back with her.
Yeah.
And that got me so upset, you guys. I literally cussed him out because I was just like...
That's the only time I've ever heard you cuss.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I think I was just more upset because of the whole ring situation.
We ain't gonna go into that.
Why not? I could tell it. I remember it clearly. Like it was yesterday. You had gotten a ring.
Remember, I edit this.
I'm cutting it up right here. So there was one night.
Dang,
it was a church night.
For real.
And I had left my house a little bit early to go to church because I wanted to see him. Because his house was pretty... Is it close for the church I was?
It wasn't. You had to.
It was in Fresno, so
you had to go. You had to go out of your way to come back that way.
That's true. That's true. But he had gotten a ring.
Why am I still embarrassed about this? This was so wrong because I feel bad. I do. I generally feel bad that I did that to you. I'll say it because I'm the one that.
So I went to his house.
Okay, so she goes to my house and I show her a ring with. I don't even know what kind of ring it was.
It was just a regular
ring.
Swarovski or diamond.
Don't remember. Diamond, what was the excuse?
You said it was your mom's.
Oh yes,
birthday gift.
It wasn't. It was not even nowhere near my mom's birthday. I don't know why I thought this way, but basically, this ring was for the girlfriend that I was with. It wasn't no proposal ring.
It was to get. Was that to get back with her?
I don't think it was even a promise ring, dog.
It was just a gift.
I think it was just a gift to get back with her.
Yeah, but you had asked for my opinion. You're like, hey, like,
I
look
did.
At this ring.
Well, that's because at that point I'm thinking I want to, like, honestly, I was pissed off with you.
But why would you even show me the ring?
I was just mad at you. I don't know. I was stupid and immature and dumb. So anyways, I gave it to her and she
asked me.
Yeah, I asked you whatever you liked. You thought it was beautiful. Long story short, that same exact night I go and give it to her. And I remember telling her, do not post it. Don't post nothing.
Why?
Because I knew we
followed each other.
I felt like you were gonna be mad. Because all this time, our exes don't know nothing about what we're doing
with each other.
We literally kept this a secret. We kept this a secret really good.
Did you follow my ex?
No, I never did.
No, I was following your ex because I literally knew her from like when she was like Isla's age.
She was like 3.5 years younger than me, almost 4. So
yeah.
Anyways, I give it to her. Of course, she posts it. Ashley keeps me now ghosted for the next
few days,
48 hours, because it was that Sunday. I get a call from her or a voice memo or something, and practically cusses me out. Says, "I'm done with you. I can't believe you do this. You said you left her. Mind you, she never left him."
Yeah, but you knew that.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, you don't end up. So that was the last time I heard from you. I remember texting you everything. You completely blocked me.
I did. I
Everything
blocked you.
on everything, socials,
Phone,
everything. So that I had no communication. So I'm still with the girl.
mm-hmm.
So I end up moving. At this point, I just moved to Hayward, here to Hayward with my parents. And a week goes by. I don't hear nothing from you. And then you just text me, hey.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to take it from there.
I texted you, hey, it was at night, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what I said to you, but I remember just kind of like thinking about like, hey, I was thinking about what had happened and like this and that. I don't remember clearly. Like, I remember you were at Pastor Paul's house and you were saying that you were watching over the view.
Yeah.
And
I sent you a picture of the view.
You did. And I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
And it was really pretty. But
still beautiful.
It is. But
I need that kind of view.
Literally.
I don't know about them hills, but go ahead.
And so I don't remember. Do you remember the conversation?
I do remember we were texting and you text me how you felt about it. And I remember texting you and saying, I'm sorry. Just being stupid, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember then the last text that you sent me before we end up getting on the phone. We talked for like 5 minutes or whatever. And I remember you texted me and you said, promise me you won't hurt me like this again. And I remember texting you and saying, no, I'm not. Like, I would be stupid to do that to you.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be with you. But I was with old girl just because. It was.
Just because.
Y'all can guess why. But fast forward, we're talking now. I've been here now for like 2 weeks or whatever. And I have to get on the train because I was part of a band.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being a part of the band, and I remember talking to the band leaders, and I just basically asked them, like, could I just move in with y'all and Sanger? And the only reason why I moved over there is because I wanted to be with you. And
yeah,
I had a feeling like, man, if I don't move over there, like, there's no way I'm going to have her.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved.
Back.
I moved back. I was in Hayward for a whole 2 weeks and moved back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to take it from there.
Yeah. So, at that point when you've moved back, was it that same like time when you walked to my house? I can't remember, or was that like a whole different time where we were up? I was upset with you.
Nah, that was probably a couple months after.
Oh, okay.
I got you mad a lot.
You still do, but
hey, it is what it is.
You
see this?
But yeah, so he moved back. I was happy. I don't remember when you broke up. Did you had already broken up with?
No, I was still with her that week.
When you moved back?
So yeah, so what happened between that is, so I ended up moving back, and I think a week after I moved back, I had went to, I think it was like a football game, something with her. Mm-hmm. And after that, I remember going to the park because her sister was supposed to pick her up. So like that gave us time to be with each other. And I'm sitting there talking to her, and I just kind of was like, hey, I'm done with you. This ain't gonna work out. She was already kind of speculating.
I remember. Oh my God. Do you remember when we were sitting down in the church and she just comes up to us?
Yeah.
Were you guys already broken up? I think you guys were freshly broken up. And she kind of was suspecting like that we were talking, and she just, hey guys, so what are we talking about? And she just like sits down right in front. I was like, yeah. I was like, that's so awkward.
No, we didn't break up yet.
You guys didn't break up yet?
No.
Oh.
So it might have been more than a week. It probably would have been, actually, it was probably a month.
I actually don't remember.
But I remember she was around us a couple times, and I think she just knew.
Yeah. Everyone knew. Yeah. Everyone knew there was something.
Listen, man. because you were taking me home. It was just us two. And
well, because you lived in Sanger, I lived in Sanger, everyone else lived in Crothers.
Yeah.
So like, what was the point of someone that lives there?
Stevie would have took me. He used to take me home from there to Fresno because at that point I wasn't driving.
I know.
So, anyways, yeah. She was kind of speculating stuff or whatever. So I ended up telling her like we're done. I'm done. And she asked me, "Are you gonna get with Ashley?" And I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm about to move back to Hayward
again."
Yeah, like. I'm actually gonna move. She didn't know I moved back.
She didn't.
She thought I was just there visiting for a month or whatever. Like, because at that time I was doing something every weekend with the band.
Yeah, I remember.
Literally every weekend. So it was just. So I remember just telling her like, yeah, and then she was heartbroken. I was her first, like, her first love, whatever. And she obviously lost her virginity to me and stuff, and.
Yeah.
So there was obviously Twitter. She was destroying me on Twitter. But anyways, long story short, second time I break up, you're still with that fool.
I'm still with him. Yes.
And I remember this time I flat out told you, if you don't break up with him, I'm done with you. Like I'm gonna move to Hayward, and you're never gonna see me or hear about me again.
Yeah.
And then that's when that week you had.
I remember it was hot. No, it was the 29th because I remember the day I broke up with him.
Halloween's the 31st.
Oh snap! No, yes, we got together on 30th.
Yeah.
So it was the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
I broke up with him on the 29th. I remember because that's the only. I remember you asked me the next day.
I sure did.
So I don't remember how I broke up with him, but. I just broke up with him. And mind you guys, it was hard for me because that was my first serious relationship.
All right. She says it was hard for her.
It was.
But she was cheating on him with me the whole time.
I think it was just hard.
For like 6 months, bro.
It was not 6 months.
It was like 4 and
it was from July to October.
So 2 months. No, it wasn't that 2 months.
July, August, September, October. It's 3 months.
Oh, 3 months. Yeah, okay.
All that happened in 3 months. That's crazy. But
we got a whole novella.
And so it was hard for me in the fact that because I've never broken up with anyone before, and especially because we were together for so long.
Yeah.
All my boyfriends before that, they were what?
No,
all my boyfriends before that only lasted like 4 or 5 months, and the guys were the ones that would break up with me, and so that was just hard for me. And so when I finally broke up with him. That's when I told Nehemiah, I was like, hey, I broke up with him. And he was devastated too because it was just a long relationship. And, it was a very serious relationship. He was
getting ready to propose to you. Like, it's.
And so when I told him that, I saw him the next day because it was a football game.
We were helping with 5th quarter.
Yes, I remember that. And that's when you asked me to be your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said yes.
So, yeah, that's kind of...
That's how we got together.
Yeah, that's how we got together. And
then there's a whole long other story from then to now.
Yeah, we can share that in another podcast, but that's kind of like part 1 of our relationship and how we got together. And it's crazy to think that like we've been together now almost
9 years.
9 years.
This October.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think like, how have I been with you for 9 years?
I don't know.
I'm just like, it feels like it was yesterday.
You know what's crazy? And through all the things that you and I have been through in the last almost 9 years, I don't think you've ever once said I'm leaving you. Oh yeah, you did. But that's when we were dating.
We were engaged.
But like, no matter what, like no matter after, like.
But not like for like. That was like a whole different situation, but like as like an argument, like arguing or like I've never said like
I don't think I've ever said it either.
No,
like
you've never said it once.
No, I've never.
Besides the time you told me, "Hey, if you don't wake up with him, I'm leaving you."
Well, yeah, but we weren't dating, so.
I mean, kind of.
But since the day I got with you, though,
like officially, yeah,
it's never been
like a second thought. Like,
no,
I'm like leaving you or anything. Like. I've always just wanted to be with you.
even though we didn't do things the right way, technically, by cheating on our others, which she didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's not how you should do things. But obviously, being young and dumb and horny, I mean, you're going to do those stupid things, But yeah, it's crazy to think that we been together almost 9 years, man. Like, this is crazy, bro.
That's what I was just saying. Like, I feel like it was just like a few years ago. Like, now we have a whole daughter and another baby on the way, and we've been married for 7 years.
Going on 7, yeah.
And like, I'm like, oh my God, like we've been through so much.
Yeah. Wait until we tell them other stuff, man. Like, we've been through it, bro.
Yeah, and to think like we've like left out a lot of like stuff, and obviously because I honestly don't remember.
I remember
it was just so
a lot.
long.
I remember when we first got together, started dating. Your ex-boyfriend was being dumb, was texting you, calling you, started flirting with my ex.
The one that he was with before this one, Jackie.
And then I remember her boyfriend, now husband, calling me.
We were all trying to figure this out. Like,
and I'm like, bro, like, I remember, like,
yeah, he just started flirting with her and like stuff. And I'm like,
I'm not going to say what I did or try to do because I don't want to, but y'all can think. It's just say, the poor boy was it? Yeah, poor boy. But I remember then him texting you, saying some crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. And I remember me having to. Then my ex, oh my gosh,
and her sister,
man, trying to fight you.
Yes, I'm
trying to get you jumped, and then them trying to get me jumped. And at that point, I was a wrecking ball. Like, you're not finna do nothing. I had
like a wrecking ball.
But let's just say, we left that out. We obviously left. Yeah,
I remember that. But that's just like the summary of how we got together. There was so much in between that what had happened. But like, just to imagine.
So much, man. We've been through a lot. Like, and I think about it, we're gonna end the podcast here, but
yeah,
just to think about it, like, we've been through so much. It's breathtaking, man. Like, literally, to think about everything we've been through and to see how we are still together and we are more in love with each other now than we've ever been. We're getting ready to experience some favor from God. And I feel like we've been favored from God. He's kept us from a lot of things as it is. And just to be where we're at today, it blows my mind. And I cannot wait to spend another 9 years, then another 9, another 9.
That's what I was like. That's why I think we got emotional yesterday when we started listening to our wedding song, our first dance. Like, we just we were just like, emotional.
it's crazy because
it's everything we've been through. It's like, man, like I still love you and like I want to be with you, and it's just crazy.
Like, legit. Like, I know this is a worship song, but the part of forgive and forget, man, you took everything and threw it all away. Like, you took all my mess that you and I have been through. I've put you through some hell. I mean, me personally, I think I'm the one that brought all the baggage in this relationship. And just to think about, like, all the baggage I brought in and, like, you still didn't care. You threw it, like, literally, you threw it all away. And you're like, no matter what, I love you. No matter what, like, I'm there for you. No matter what, it's you and I. And that's incredible. So, let's just end it here before I get emotional. We can talk.
All right.
Go ahead and end it.
Okay. Well, thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys have any questions for us, leave them down below. And I don't know what else to say. How do you end this? I don't ever end this.
Thank you guys for watching Creative Culture. We believe creatives like you and I can change the culture we live in today. See you on the next one.
Bye.